Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. If you cast your mind back about a month or 6 weeks ago, you remember the meeting between Keir Starmer and Donald Trump, and Donald Trump going on about how important free speech is, and then, the cringe of Keir Starmer leaning forward going, we have a long history of free speech. Yeah, used to, mate, used to, till you started locking every bugger up who spoke out against you. Well, that's come back to haunt him. The US Department of State has accused the United Kingdom of significant human rights issues. Yes, go for it. This is including restrictions on free speech. Now, the annual Human Rights Practices Report, which comes out, which is for the President's use, but it gets published generally, and it's coinciding, of course, with J.D. Vance being in Britain as well. It says, human rights in the UK worsened in 2024 with credible reports of serious restrictions on freedom of expression, as well as crimes, violence or threats of violence motivated by anti-Semitism ever since the 7th of October mass attacks against Israel. And it says on free speech generally provided for, but the report cites that specific areas of concern are around limits of political speech deemed hateful or offensive. Keir Starmer has previously defended the UK's record on free speech by going, we have a long history of free speech. But this isn't going to wash. When Washington says that Britain has serious civil rights and freedoms issues based on an authoritarian monotone block of government that brooks no argument, that will not bend or concede that other people should have a freedom of expression, and that if you say anything that they don't agree with, they lock you up for years, then we are living in a Soviet-era world, aren't we? The UK government replied, free speech is vital for democracy around the world, including here in the UK, and we're proud to uphold freedoms whilst keeping our citizens safe. Bullshit! Why am I getting knocks on the door for speaking the truth? Why am I arrested, taken to a police station overnight for telling things as they are, for opening my mouth and giving an opinion that the government doesn't like? The US report highlights Britain's public space protection orders, which allow councils to restrict certain activities in some public places to prevent antisocial behaviour. And by antisocial behaviour, they mean like right and lawful protest by those who are offended by what's going on. It also references safe access zones around termination clinics, which the Home Office says are designed to protect women from harassment or distress. They have been criticised by Mr Vance before, notably back in February. That's when he talked about you could be arrested in your own home for praying in your own home. And all the protests, all they were, no, you can't do that, and until eventually, of course, it was proved that yes, actually you could. The report also criticises the Online Safety Act and accuses ministers of interfering in order to chill speech about last summer's murders in Southport, highlighting arrests made in the wake of it. Ministers have said the Online Safety Act is about protecting children, and if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell you. It's got nothing to do with children. It's got everything to do with coercion and control, and we have got to keep our mouths shut. We must not criticise the government. Because, they say, but if you object to the Online Safety Act, then you're on the side of the predators. No, mate. I've looked at the Labour Party. You're the predators. You're the ones that wouldn't prosecute Savile. You're the ones with hundreds of predators in your party. You're the ones that have covered up and refused to investigate thousands upon thousands of child rapes held in Labour-controlled areas. So if there's any predators at all, they're all members of the Labour Party. They're the danger to this country. So yes, the Americans are right. Get in there. We have got our freedoms and rights removed by a totalitarian state that is so shit scared of the people of this country because it knows what happens when there's revolutions, that it's trying to clamp down from day one. We are living in a Stalinist nightmare. Thank you very much.